Where's Sean been the last few months or weeks or whatever it has been?
Do you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'll get started here, guys. Just a quick sort of like, this is one of the photos that I see probably a couple of months or 2 months ago now. This is basically my sort of strategy, really, if you like. I'll leave it on for a little bit, just in case we want a screenshot, or I can put it in the chats for everyone to have a look at. But effectively, my traffic light system is, if there's a liquidity up here or whatever down here, and this is a sweep, price obviously clears off, does its thing, and then that'll be the red dots. I'll mark it on the 4 or 1 hour time zone, and then we'll literally, I'll set an alert at this point. I will put it on a chat in a minute, just show you all, but just a quick review. So I'd have an alert here, price would come into it, and then drop to the 15-minute, look for the most recent high, wait for it to break, then I'd wait for it to come back for 1 minute, do the same on the 1 minute, break the one, come back, that's my entry. Yeah, like I say, it's a mixture of smart money, supply and demand to a degree, a bit of a range in there as well. I know a little bit about that. But yeah, Asian range is pretty much just there. Points of interest as well to there. So I put in the group chats yesterday about a entry that I've got for on AJ. I did say it was 9:48, I think it was. If anyone did see that and they are setting, like, if they have set a pending on it, I just want to quickly go over it, because I'm not sure if it's a valid trade or not, because there was possibly an entry earlier on, but on the 1 minute, it's on structure. And if you pass that 1 minute structure or here, this is the hardest part I'm finding about the strategy at the minute. But I'll go over the trade anyway, but it was a really entry. It might have got already, I don't actually know. But, all that played out pretty much the same.
A lot of feedback, mate, on somebody's microphone.
Anyway. So basically, this old CAD trade that I was watching last couple of weeks, anyway, it's just literally basic liquidity sweep here, equal highs liquidity sweep, big movement. Obviously, this sweep's an indication that it's the banks. Just remove that. So it's literally, I think I've marked it on the 1 hour candle, but I always start on the 1 hour. Yeah, I think I've gone to the last candle to the high. I know it's not an up candle, but it's the one with a bit of liquidity up to it, so I've marked that one. That's why I mark my box. I mark it red because obviously price could literally come straight through it. Obviously, we don't just jump in at that point. Some people do, I'm sure. Don't advise it in case it's an invalid area. All I would do is I'd literally set an alert at that line after this move had already happened. And literally, as soon as price would hit that, my alert would go off. Come on, me charts. Drop to the 15. I'll do a replay. literally, I'd be waiting for the alarm to go off at this point. The alarm would have gone off here. I would come on the charts. I would then I just look at this, to be honest, and I would generally, because I'd say this is structure here, about here, I've literally set an alert at that point there. This orange box wouldn't be drawn yet because this could obviously still carry on going up and do whatever it wants to do. But for now, it's obviously it was the right one, I think. But what I struggle with this one is why I'm unsure if this one actually. I don't know if this was the entry or not. Because I was unsure if this would be classed as market structure. So if this was the 15-minute break, yeah, if this was market structure, this is my entry, and the one that I was on about the other day, this one, I think becomes invalid, to be honest. But it's market structure is what I need to sort of work on a little bit. But I believe market structure should be at least 2 or 3 candles in the same direction, but it stalls here, which is why I went with this one. But yeah, like I say, I was waiting on this break here. But before, what I'll do is, if this is structure, as soon as this sort of like touched back in here, I would have been dropping to me 1 minute time frame. So it breaks. So I'd be looking in here. Sorry, from here, it breaks structure from there. So this whole leg would be classed as my structure. And obviously, what I did with this one, for me, entry, this is all very balanced. There's no imbalance in this at all covered up until the actual little bit here that breaks this structure. So that would have been possibly the right entry. This candle here. If anyone's got any questions, by the way, guys, ask away. Stop me. But as a 2.4 thick candle, like I say, you can see a fair bit of imbalance between here. Otherwise, I'd have been looking for the entry favour up here somewhere. Usually at the start of the move, generally, but say sometimes it comes out a touch slower than you would like to. And then obviously it comes back, it touches it to the pip, and that actually goes for 20 to 1 or 1 to 20, yeah. But if that was my entry, I'd have been, as soon as I'd have confirmed my entry, I'd been dropping to the 15-minute time frame and looking for the nearest point that I'd be happy that it might turn around, which is somewhere around here, like that one. Yeah, just above that, these red ones here. If that's not my entry, yeah, if that wasn't structure here, or that one there, sorry, then the one coming up is my possible entry. So obviously it breaks here, there, so that'd have been a late go off for me. Sorry. So a late would have gone off there, down straight to the 1 minute. Again, me structure, I'd reset my alarm at this point, bottom of here, on the 1 minute. So now we're waiting for a 1 minute break of structure. Again, it's iffy on whether you'd class this as any of these as structure. I'm more happy with it here, but yeah, it's not clean for me, but so this is why I'm unsure if this one actually counts as a trade. This one hasn't come back yet, so I don't know if the previous one was the right entry. But I am finding anyway that AJ is a bit of a pain in the ass, to be honest. Obviously, break structure there, so I was sort of hoping it would drop somewhere, come back up here. Don't quite come high enough. That's it for that one anyway. I'll show you why I'm not keen on AJ at the minute, because I'm not getting yeah, this one here, pretty much the same thing. I think I just marked a box that looks quite tasty, to be honest. Again, it's exactly the same thing. Higher time frame. Comes in, touches the box, and it would have gone off. Up for the 15. I think I'd have set it here, but here's better, obviously. Obviously, it breaks it before it comes back to the 15 mil box, the amber box, and yellow light. Yeah, as soon as it touches it, as soon as it breaks structure again up here, that would have getting a later at that point again, like I say, and then I've looked through this whole leg for my box. Usually, last bit of imbalance is better. I think I've just run these two candles here, wick to wick, supply there. Drop to one as soon as it touches again. See, but if this comes down and does its thing, and then this one comes and covers it, I ignore this one because obviously it's been covered. Price has covered it, but like this is, like I say, it touches it in there, covers this one, and then breaks structure. Yeah, it just went. It's done the same the opposite side for me, I think so. Not in favour of AJ these days. As you can see, same, pretty much trade to trade, end to end. It'd been nice to be able to get that to that, something like that. I guess. If it had got me entry 145, I mean, I don't think I'd have held that by any stretch of the imagination, but just shows that if you get your confirmations that these things do move, because a lot of them are 3 pip, 3 2. I think that one's 2, but obviously round it up to 3. Sometimes go 4 and everything as well. So I've got a couple of notes and stuff as well. Is anyone got any questions on it like that? Anything at all?
I don't, mate. I'm all good on that.
Yeah. What I did want to go over, I'll pick a random chat. Anyone got someone name me a chat? I'll see if I can go over some stuff if you like.
Hold on. Well, I'll let someone else go, mate, if anyone's got anything they want to go over. I'll tell you what, I'll go over the board CAD that I was in yesterday then. Just, it's the same thing again, lads. It's literally just your entries, a sweep or something like that. But I will go over this one. Does everybody actually do back testing, by the way? Yes, mate.
Yeah. Do you do because what I've started to do, mate, is I've started to reverse back test, if that makes any sense. Do you know? I mean, I think it's
You go back from the end of the move back to the front.
yes, mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I found that to be one of the actual turning points for me. Do you know? I was just trying to find like I can't remember what trade it was. I think it might have been GJ or something. Yeah. Literally, I just went through like the moves that you wanted to be involved in. Just like these big drops. And all I would do, I'd draw a line at the point of that, and then I'll go back, see what it touched into, and then like see if the strategy works to it. Nothing. Typical.
Straight into imbalance.
Yeah. Just try this one.
Trouble is, it probably would have tapped something on the lower time frames, but you just can't see it.
It taps into that one, I guess. But yeah, I would highly recommend going like back to front on back testing as well as going just scrolling dead far back and just back testing as normal. But yeah, I'll start going through some chats, lads, if everyone's got, unless anyone's got questions. No.
Do you focus much on the? Obviously, do you look for liquidity and what it's doing like all the time? What it's mitigating, what it's leaving?
Yeah, pretty much. So obviously, you can see on here, I've just got areas that aren't touched into yet. If something gets touched into, it gets wiped off the screen, sort of thing. But what I'm really looking for is built like trend line liquidity, equal low, equal highs. If I'm finding any highs. But yeah, generally, what I'm finding is anything that's got a big liquidity sweep, tends to get a real good reaction from it.
Yeah, you're going to see a reaction of it.
Yeah, well, like this one might actually be invalid from this one, to be honest.
Well, that one's just inducement.
Yeah. So I marked some of these probably a long time ago. This is from October time, so I do need to like update it. But yeah, like I say, if you can see trend line liquidity, I draw it on, and I usually draw on like a little arrow. I label a lot of my charts as well, but I delete them for just so you can come on your chart, you can see it. But yeah, if it's got like liquidity in a sweep, then you're generally gonna get a good reaction. Then, like say, you're waiting for your 15-minute breaker structure, your 1 minute, get your entry off the one. It is literally that. It's that simple. There's not much else I can sort of say on it, to be honest. But I can go through trades if you're still wanting me to carry on going through trades, or I can start marking up. Or
yeah, Lee, could you just write down just like in simple terms, like just step-by-step thing to have on there, like 1, 2, 3, 4. You know.
Yes, mate. Yeah. I mean, I can. If I can find a clear chart, mate. Like I say, I can play through it. Maybe play through a trade as if it was live on the market. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll see if I find. Trying to think of it. No.
It sort of seems like you're just amalgamating the best of both smart money concepts and supply and demand.
Yeah, pretty much, mate. It's like I say, it's not. Yeah, it's a mixture of both, really. It's.
Yeah.
me. What I'll do is I'll 86. Yeah, let me delete some of these, and like I say, as if we was live in the market. You can guarantee I'll pick the wrong areas and everything. Right, so 4 hours. I'm assuming this was the area, to be honest. Trend line here, equal highs as well. Big move at break structure. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Oh, I always go to the high as well, guys. I don't know if that's a common note.
It is, because most of the orders will be in the wick.
Yeah, but because that's obviously, as far as I'm aware, that's the one that does the damage in it. So
So even if you've got a clear order block, you'll still take the high point of the wick of the candle.
yes, mate, even if a previous candle or a candle down here does the damage, if that was a red candle and the wick was up there, I would still include that, mate, because that's if the wick come up here.
Yeah.
If you think about it, when they were buying, if any buyers are trapped in the market, they'll be trapped at the top of the wick or like up towards the top.
Right, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Let's say that was your wick, yeah. This is the one that's doing the damage. So as far as I'm concerned, this is still the banks, even though I know that's not an up candle. Well, yeah, I always include the wick.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Because obviously, if that was the wick was to here, price could still, even though if it technically it's not the banker's candle, if you like, wick could still, the price could still come up to it, and it still hasn't broken structure, if you like.
Yeah.
So if you've got your boxes interlinked like this, yeah, with that, what you'd be what you should sort of be seeing is something like that. So your structure is effectively down, if you like, but if something comes up, is a break. Yeah. Like anything that comes above this red box for me is invalid, because it's literally telling you that it wants to go up.
Yeah.
Unless it's a liquidity sweep, but you know.
So if you was to say, like, the structure you just done is obviously the perfect 2 swings, isn't it? You know, and you want to get in the highest.
Sorry, that what I just drew there, mate, was that was basically my strategy, if you like. If the first swing was this candle that's dropping here, comes back into this box, and I'm wanting a 15-minute break, so I'll just draw that again, mate, just so
So what my question was, what if you was to break one of the highs of them, then would that then become the new high in the new zone, or would it make the whole thing invalid?
It depends. I'm not like that refined that I know it inside out, mate. What I would say is so like if you've got your orange box, I mean, I'll need to test it, to be honest, but what I probably would say is I would revert back to me previous box, maybe, but I don't know, mate. It's still a work in progress, to be honest. But yeah, if price, if price come from here, shot down, come up here into the orange, come back down, broke back, say, through that.
Yeah.
I would then say that this was just one swing, maybe, rather than it being the orange and the thing. I would class that as this almost.
Yeah, no, I'll get you, man.
But I'm not 100% sure, mate. I need to back test it, but that's what I would say. But like it's until this red was blown, I would say it's still a valid trade. You just move it, you just changing which box you was at, which swing. Yeah, I'll get on the replay mode for this anyway, and we'll.
I suppose as long as it still falls in the first initial zone, as if it was doing supply and demand, it would still be valid anyway because it's a supply zone, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. So yeah, we'll go through this trade, lads, and see if we can actually pick the right zones and a winner. So yeah, obviously this has happened. Big move, broke structure, pretty sweet. Yeah, great structure. That to me is a valid candle position for me. I was literally setting a late on the orange box here. And we'll play and wait until it comes back in. It's literally just a waiting game until it hits that. There you go. 60 odd days at the minute. But I'll talk tomorrow, guys, just in case it goes into touch either. That was it, I think. Yeah, go bigger zones, reduce it too much. I've been on 2 hour mark it down to. But as soon as it comes into here anyway, guys, literally, as soon as that happens, come back on, straight down to the 15. This is structure for me, maybe here, but I would literally got to 15, setting a late at that point. I'd be happier if it broke here. Again, walk away, set your late. I'd keep checking it every now and then just in case, because price could do that, and that would be structure for me then, yeah. But that's why I'll keep checking it. But generally this is now what I've set me late at, and just keep on top of it for a little bit. Right, again, so oh no, sorry, no. Yeah, I'm broke structure, yeah, sorry, my bad. See, this is where it comes a bit tricky. That could be my structure break, to be honest. I'll do it anyway. Mark it up. So because it broke structure, and then no. It's invalidated that bit anyway. So not going well, is it, lads? Where I got up to. This is where we was, or is it knocked up? Sorry, yeah. What?
Yeah, that is where we are, isn't it?
Yeah, sorry, mate.
Then that new area on the left-hand side is the braking
Yeah,
structure.
Yeah. Yeah. So if, like I said, I can't remember where it was, but like, if we were safe, I would stay still down here anyway. Yeah, it does it anyway. So that's broke structure for me. So I'll come back on here and I would literally be marking the 15-minute box. So I'll go up to from there, probably to about here, to be honest, with the last bit of liquidity just in here, orange box.
So you're not marking a candle then, you're marking a tyres.
No, so obviously from here it's the high of that. I could to be honest, I could probably mark it from there to here. I could probably mark it there. I'd pretty be happy at that, to be honest, because I don't see any imbalances to fill in these. Maybe a tiny bit in the candle, but it's been tapped into, but it'll end so end up. So I'd be happy at that. So this high, because this is technically the move. Yeah. That's like, so I'd be happy from here, but yeah, it could do that. It could come back up higher into past this, to be honest. But so yeah, like I say, I'd be happy here. Yeah, as soon as that breaks there, that would literally confirm this orange box for me. And again, just setting a layer on the line, because nothing happens until it re-enters the box. So yeah, again, wait around again. A lot of waiting around.
Patience pays, mate.
Yeah, like I say, I think people get in at this next touch. Some people would have got in here already, but there was nothing to say that this wasn't going to smash through this box and you was going to 1% down.
Yeah, I just get in too early.
We've all been there.
I think it's when you mark it up, you wait so long for it to come into that zone.
Yeah.
I just can't wait to get in it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
We all want to make that quick money, mate.
Yeah.
But again, like I can't remember how long it was from re-hitting the entry at the original box.
That was about 80 days or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, nearly 10 days here. A lot of them are, I mean, this does seem to be a bit of a long one, to be honest. A lot of them from this point you can get within 2 or 3 days easily. Some of them.
But you might be marking a lot of these up anyway, you know, when the 15-minute stuff has happened. You're just waiting for the 1 minute to come in.
Yeah, like I say, it does tend to get quicker and quicker the further along you get as well.
I think the good thing is once you actually get in the trade, if you're taking it off the 1 minute, you're not in it for long, are you?
No. I think I posted a big one the other day, yesterday. I think it was. Like it went silly. It took 3 hours, and it was like, stupid money, you know.
165, I think it was.
Yeah, like, in 3 hours, you know.
There you go.
I'm on my laptop at the minute, but I've started trading on my tablet, so sort of forgot how this thing works. So yeah, literally wait for it to tap the box. At this point here, obviously my phone be pinging. I'll be getting the tablet out, my phone or laptop or whatever I was on nearby at the time.
So you wait for a break of the low now then?
Just the break on the 1 minute now, so probably setting a layer there. I'll be looking at to break that unless it does another lower, another high. Looking at say that now. That would also be fine. I guess it's similar, but probably that.
Yeah, because you've got your order flow shift there as well.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, if this comes down now and breaks, say all this, I'd be happy. I'd be really happy if it breaks here. Don't forget, I can't remember this trade anymore, so I'm sort of winging it, I guess. But
You break a structural order flow shift. Do you take off the wick or the actual candle?
It depends. I'm not too fussed.
Yeah.
As long as there hasn't been a wick above the high is fine, but if it closes above, if you get a body close,
Yeah.
will usually invalidate it.
Right. Okay.
Right, so that for me, I'd be happy with a break of that one. Now I would be coming because we've had the break, and obviously this is high. That's the 1 minute break. So we're looking somewhere in this leg for an entry. And
That's the hard part now.
to the high of that candle, that's
Why have you chosen that one, Lee?
just because if it was this one,
Yeah.
I know it's the high, and I might be wrong, but that's gone. This one's it's gone down, come back into it, and tapped into.
Oh yeah.
So that's sort of mitigated. It's sort of mitigated from this one as well to the wick. So it's sort of been mitigated.
Yeah. No.
There's clear imbalance into this. Well, between there and there, there's imbalance. That's imbalance, yeah.
Yeah.
I've only realised it over the last few days is like imbalance is if there was imbalance above there, if there was a tiny bit of imbalance in there, if there was imbalance here, I would definitely be going for this candle here because what price action just wants to do is clear imbalance. It just wants to.
Yeah.
That's
Just to be on the safe side.
yeah, that's all it wants to do. What we got here? 2.5 bit candle. But if now that I've had that break, obviously, sorry, delete box here. Because it's broken the 1 minute, so we've had the break on the 15, the 1. That's 2 time frames telling me that it wants to go down. Yeah. So now I would be setting a pending somewhere around here. Cover them highs there, maybe. Go 4.5. 4.5. If that's where I'd be setting my pending now that it broke here. If it goes a touch further, I'd be even happier, to be honest. But
How do you decide you take profit?
so what I would do on this, my first one would be I'll drop to the 15 again, and I would maybe say this would be my first take profit. So if you look along the line,
yeah,
I'll go there. That would be my first take profit. It could go, if we drop time frames again, we go there, it could quite easily come down here to test this structure. So we've had structure. This is technically our 15-minute. Somewhere into it could come down to here again, and that's still within the structure range, if you like. Structure could effectively come down. Do that. It could come short of, but if you look at the market, because I think it might, obviously if you look at all this, it might actually be an uptrending market, to be honest. So, but it could come all the way down to here and then shoot up higher than this, which I think it actually does, to be honest. But yeah, our range is this point from our entry into this point here.
And are you taking profits all the way down?
It depends.
Wise to.
Yeah, it's tricky because
You get a 10-1, and then all of a sudden it starts coming back the other way. It's gutted.
yeah, it's a mindset thing, isn't it? So yeah, it depends. What I'll do is while this is playing out, I don't know if this one does it, but what you tend to see is you tend to sort of see that price might come down here, create some equal lows, you'll then get a sweep of them lows, and then he wants to shoot up and break structure. That structure can take you out of the trade if you like, you know. So I'll follow it. I'll keep up checking on it on the 1 minute, 5 minute, 15-minute time frame, to be honest. But like I say, my first take profit would be this imbalance between here, to be honest. Unless as you're following it, it don't look nice. Like I say, it's still sort of working on it. I'm not perfect or mega confident, but I'm getting better at holding trades and finding these trades that fold. Yeah, see, it's broken this one. I'm fairly happy that that's the entry. Yeah, failed. I think I did mark this right originally, but see, I might have had this as structure, so this might now be the entry. Told you it'd go wrong, didn't I?
It just shows how hard it is to get the wrong, you know, how hard it is to pick the right POI sometimes on the 1 minute.
Like I said, I did get this one right eventually before, but yeah, like I say, I might have marked this was my structure here. It might have been that, and then all this is just sort of like noise, if you like, and it might come back. I can't remember. Is why on me videos I've been doing on YouTube, I've been leaving the boxes in.
You can hide them off, mate, if you want.
Can you really?
Yeah, you can hide them off if you hover over it like you're going to move it and right click.
Yeah.
It'll give you an option to hide the drawing.
Right, okay.
Or you can even set them to the specific time frame you're on, so they don't appear on other time frames.
Yeah, I've got a feeling that I'd have had it from higher up in that candle then, to be honest. This is gone. Yeah, I must have set it at the high of that candle. Do you know, I said about covering the tops. And then let it in. Yeah, I must have had it small. Apologies for that.
You had a sweep, didn't you, on the one before swept the previous one?
It's a work in progress. But obviously, because the ones I am winning as well, because they're going so far as well, like on a self-funded account.
I quite like it, Lee. It's definitely something that I sort of need to implement to be more structured for my entries, because I do struggle. I'm getting the right zones. It's just my entries are shit.
Yeah, so I'm guessing this would have been this candle here then. So I picked the one candle down, but yeah, like I say, when I put it on, it would have been there, I'm guessing. But as you can see, it does go. I mean, it goes way beyond where I'd set it, and it pretty much to the next one. You'd have had the nuts to hold that. So you come down to 32 to 1, 1 to 32, whatever you want. So, but yeah, it's just that, guys. It's literally break on the 15, break on the 1. It comes back up to you like I say, if you can cover the high of the 1 minute move, then do so obviously. But yeah, if you want to really say obviously to do something like this, but like obviously 20 pip moves a bit much for me. So
What are your stops usually? What do you aim for?
I'm getting a lot of 4s, mate, to be honest.
Yeah, same as.
Yeah. And when I'm doing that as well is like my candles are often 2 pip candles.
Yeah.
You know, so you like 4 pip moves is giving you a couple of pip for spread and yeah.
So when you decide where you're, for those that are trading on funded accounts and whatnot, and well, doing it all life, when you're deciding on your stop loss, do you put it where you want it to be, then add whatever you think the spread's going to be as well on top of that?
Yeah. So before I actually put any trades on, so I would literally, I would be going onto the MetaTrader 4 app and looking at what the spread is. Because obviously some pairs are worse than others. If it's one that looks like it's a bit high, I'll sometimes what I'll do is I don't know if it does it on this one. So on if I've gone to this candle here, sometimes I'll knock off the wick and then I'll extend the wick that way, if you like.
Yeah.
Just to if it's a bit of a crappy pair for the spreads. I don't know what that does for the
Does the spread also come into play when you're entering the trade? So say the spread is 1 pip, will it, and it's a pip away, will that enter you into the trade?
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll miss you.
Yeah.
If you
It
don't,
happened a few times, but
I don't pad my entries out personally, because 9 times out of 10 you'll pad them out and it'll go deeper into your zone anyway.
Yeah.
Like I say, that this is why I said like imbalance is so important, because I'll have a closer look on this. What you tend to find is it'll do the imbalance and then tends to go. So you might get a touch more touch into the body just about, but it's not into the body. I think it just covers the body, to be honest, on this previous wick. Looks like it just goes into this, almost creates a equalizer. Yeah. But yeah, it's a powerful thing, and it's once you realise it as well, it's you don't unsee it, you start seeing all of it as well, you know.
I'll send you a link, mate, now in the chat. If you want to have a look at the trade I took this evening.
Are you doing your challenge, Ali? Did I see?
I am, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you to what with Definitive?
No, mate, with MFF at the moment. If depending on what happens with MFF, I'll then go over to Definitive after that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm planning on getting a couple of different firms, to be honest. I'll do my MFF and Definitive, I think.
Did you say are you funded, Lee?
No, mate, I'm not quite there yet, mate. I've done a few evaluations. I think I've done 4 up to now. I think I've failed the first one at phase 2. I got all excited and started trades on us, thinking I was going to be rich. I failed my first one within, I think it was in about 40 seconds.
It's impressive, mate, that is.
Yeah.
How did you manage that? That must be a record.
So yeah. I was putting a trade on, and when you go into MetaTrader to put a trade on, you know where you put your lot size in.
Yeah.
It's at 50.
Yeah.
Standard, and I forgot to change it. So literally, it was probably just the commission from the broker that actually took me out and broke it completely. But yeah, literally, I put a trade on, and then it literally changed within about 4 or 5 seconds. It was minus 2,300, and I was like, "What the fuck's going on here?" And before it was failed. So I don't really count that one. So.
No.
So yeah, I failed the one in 40 seconds. I passed phase 1 and then lost it on phase 2, getting excited. That was the second one officially. And I broke even on 2 or 3, I think it is. I've been in profit, sorry, but not enough.
Yeah.
But I've not taken one since.
But it's just got a lot easier, isn't it, with the no time limit?
Yeah. So like, I've not actually took an evaluation while I've been trading like this.
No.
So
you'll smash it now.
Just literally, you know, when I said about of getting off the red zone and just chance it, and a lot of time we go, no, see you later, mate, and fuck off through the zone, because I was picking any zone. I picked this. I mean, that taps and goes a few, but it soon comes back, you know.
Yeah.
But like I say, because this zone that we've just gone through, the red box, the 40 pip, you know, to get a good move on that, you get like a 1 to 2 or something. It's not enough, and you're holding for hours. And yeah,
I think the strategies and breaking it down to your own way of entering it's a strategy in itself, isn't it? You know, so marking up the correct areas of the point of interest, but getting in is a whole different ball game.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. So what it's like, say, because you're waiting for the 15 and the 1, I'll see if I can find anything, to be honest. Because you could say that this might be an area. This is the sort of stuff I was marking up. You could say mark something like that up, and you put a trade on it, and it pretty much just blasts straight through it. Do you know?
Yeah.
So that's what I was trading like before. This is when I was failing them. You know? I was putting stuff on like that and just off the sort of basis of I was looking for the bankers' moves or whatever, but I was looking for large impulses, thinking this is it. You know. But with the way I'm doing it now, because you're getting a 15-minute break that's telling you it wants to go the way you want it to, the 1 minute tells you the same. Then say a lot of the time it just melts away. It absolutely melts away. I'll see if I can find some other trades that I've actually done. So there we go. Anyone got any questions, by the way?
All right, carry on. I'm good.
I think this trade, like, this is what I like about the way I'm doing it at the minute. It might not have been this one, to be honest, but I have actually picked up a couple of trades just by literally, I'll see something reacting. And you know what I said earlier about reverse back testing? I've basically got a trade. There's some trading here somewhere. Yeah, 16 to 1 in there. I literally see a reaction. I think it might have been this one, to be fair. I didn't have the zone marked out for whatever reason. I see this reacting here, and that it made me like, I went back and reverse, back tested it, and I drew that line, and I was like, oh, it's literally touched into this more. I'll check it through the time frames. Obviously, it might be better on the 1 or whatever, but right, because you've got to wait for your other time frame confirmations. You can pick up trades that you haven't seen because you've seen the reaction already on 15, you know. And I'm sure Jason now will tell you this is it's a load of crap what I'm saying. Just waiting for me, guys, you know. Yeah. See it somewhere like this, to be honest. Like I said, I see this reaction, and I just literally draw a line from there and line it through the box on and see it with perfect. Yeah, 15, as soon as it hits that here, obviously this is all balanced. This is your structure here. As soon as this breaks this box is confirmed. So I won't even generally draw this until it broke, but my alert would have gone off here. Yeah. Same again. Wait for the touch. So at that point again, drop to the 1. I think that actually, I didn't like that width, so I didn't actually count it. I want to do that. Oh yeah, no, sorry, yeah, because it come back down. This is structure. It takes a while. Did it hit there? Set me take profit there, by the way, guys, because fully expected that it would sweep this likely into this sort of area here somewhere. Yeah, again, it's all just the same. It's just for the time frame changes is pretty much all the confirmations that seem to need. Again, pretty much an 17 to 1 3-pip stop loss. It literally seems to just tap you in and oh yeah. If there's any questions, guys, because I'll probably look at getting off soon. Oh, sorry, you
sent a chat in, didn't you, Ali, mate? So let's have a quick look at this.
You don't have to if you ain't got time.
No, it's all right, mate. It's all right. I'll, yeah, euros. Is that from today, this price action, is it, mate?
Yeah, it's this evening, mate. Yeah, it's on the 1 minute.
You shall.
I think I put it in when I marked it up into TFC in the chat.
Oh. Suppose it's slightly uptrending, if anything. Did actually get a trade on here, mate. On the sell ages ago.
I like it as a pair. It moves nice.
Yeah, it does. It does, mate. I've got in it here. I mean, obviously it was early November, but yeah, it just fell and fell and fell.
Yeah.
Like I think I had it to marked up to like this candle here. Yeah.
What point did you get out of that?
Well, it was only demo, mate. Like I say, I was bold enough to hold it because it was demo. But that was where I thought it was going to go. Drop down time. This 100 to 1. Well, this is like trading ranges are so important as well.
Yep.
Like if you've got, so like if this was the daily time frame, you've got markets doing this, higher highs, lower highs, lower lows. If you can get a trade somewhere off here, you get a trade off that, and you're going to ride it down, so that's going to sweep these lows, which is what I think's happened here. Right, obviously I had it marked up to the 100. It's currently sat at 150. Excuse me, dog there. Yeah, so like if you catch the trade at the top of a higher time frame range, then I'd definitely be inclined to hold.
Yeah, you're laughing.
Yeah. Like if I'd have been live and I'd have took that trade, like you'd done, that's 2 years, 3 years wages, you know.
Yep. You wouldn't have to worry about taking another trade for another 3 years.
No, I'd be holding every trade, mate, if I had that money sat there. So yeah, sorry, yours was today on the 1 minute, you said, didn't you?
Boys,
Yeah,
I've got an early start tomorrow, so thanks, Lee. I'll speak to you soon.
No worries, mate.
Cheers, mate.
If anyone wants, mate, I'll do next Wednesday if everyone's interested.
Yeah, sounds good, mate. Yeah, just put it in the group and I'll see if I'm available.
Well, I'll actually get some charts marked up next week as well. But yeah.
All right, well, I'll have a look myself as well. Top man. Bye, mate.
Cheers, mate. Bye. I mean, the sell's right, mate, because it's, like I say, it looks like it's trending down.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
The only thing I'm struggling with, mate, is because it's a bit low time frame for me to begin with.
Yeah. I only looked at the 1 minute. I just scrolled through the 1 minute on the different pairs I look at and look for setups that I thought were.
It looks good, mate. Because like I say, it's almost a banker's move, mate. You've got liquidity here, it swept it, and you would anticipate it to break.
Yeah, because that low there, to me, the way it's been formed was weak.
Yeah.
It's usually it would come straight down and go straight up, and it hasn't. It's sort of messed about, and it's just left equal lows down there.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's the change over time again as well.
Yeah, that's spread. Yeah, spread came in there. I mean, it hit my take profit just before spread.
Oh,
Um,
very nice.
Fortunately, I wasn't in it at the time because when it hit this, because I had this level here, this 92,860 level marked out as resistance,
Mhm.
and it was quite a strong push back up,
Yeah.
and it came down again when it tested it again. I was out. I moved to break even after that test.
Yeah.
Thinking, and yeah, it took me out. It took me out for profit, but not very much.
Yeah.
And then I just sat there and watched it do that.
Yeah.
So I need to work on letting my trades play out. To be fair,
Yeah.
not worried about
Completely agree, mate. This is like I say, for the last sort of 2 months, something like that, I've been doing this sort of thing. What I've been doing. What's really helped me is the fact that I'm seeing, like these silly numbers. I'm seeing. So that's that one. Say if I'd have held it to somewhere like the first one, somewhere around here. 20 to 1s, 30, 60s, and
it's mad.
it just gives you so much confidence to go, no, it's going to hit at least 10, 15, 20,
Yeah. So I got in AJ last night, and I think we got in about 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And on the 1 minute, and I was expecting it to move, and it just sat there for the next hour and a half, just going sideways.
Yeah.
And me and a mate was in it as well, and we were thinking, come on, go. And we both decided to come out because it was getting so close to spread.
Yeah.
We were fairly sure it was going down, and then like at 9:50 something, it dropped.
Yeah.
Just before spread, and I looked at it later on, I seen it had gone 1 to 38.
Yeah.
Gutted with that one.
Yeah.
But that's been the story so far. I've had one losing trade on the eval so far, and all the other ones have come in, but I've not stayed in them long enough. It's frustrating as anything.
Yeah, it is, mate. It is.
But it's my first eval, so I don't know. I suppose maybe it's nerves.
They do something to your brain, mate. Like.
Yeah, I sit there, mate. My heart's thumping like when I'm watching it, and I'm thinking I shouldn't be watching this trade.
It's just different once it's live, but yeah, like I say, seeing all this, mate, like because I'm seeing these numbers. Well, that's pretty much a 1 to 17 that I was in yesterday. I mean, I had it marked up to go down to at least here, but that's what I thought. Because as far as I'm concerned, my trading range is.
Yeah, I take my trading range from the last.
Yeah.
From the low, put in the high.
So I was sort of hoping it's going to come up here, and then it might drop below this, maybe. I think
it depends, because if you pick if your structure's too narrow, like too aggressive,
yeah,
you find your trend changes all the time. It goes bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish.
Yeah.
So it all depends on what sort of trader you are, I suppose.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you need to sort of be a bit more conservative with your structure.
Like I said, they had this one actually marked up for here. I thought here at first because that's the sweep, but I think it's going to come up, do its thing, and then come down to this in the next week or two, maybe. But yeah, I had that marked up there. But then as I was in it, it's easy to see on the 15. So I see this trend line here, and then I knew a candle was going to sweep it, and I got out. I've got a re-entry on it as well. I got two, so I had it running twice.
That's where you picked up 1 to 11 and 1 to 5, wasn't it?
Yeah. So this originally come down to 1 to 17. I checked it and it just hit 17, just 16. Sorry. But yeah, I was a bit overconfident and thought it was going to go 25. Then I see this build up, and I thought, well, nah, I need to. Obviously, I've got back in. This got to a 5. And then as soon as this touched here, I took the 5 out, and then I waited for the sweep on this one because I knew it was going to sweep. So there's an order block in here, and I guessed it right. Literally, as soon as that swept, I took it out. So I took 11 and a 5. Could have took, like say, the 17 here, but you know, it's,
I mean, not God on a real account, you'd be out.
I'm saying it's still mega. Like,
You only need 3% a week, mate, to on a decent sized account.
Yeah. This is why I think this is why I struggled in the beginning though. I was trying to take 1 to 3s, and but the bankers and strategies should really be hitting 1 to 8s comfortably, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just because of the amount of back testing, forward testing. So I'm quite confident that they're going decent amounts. Obviously.
Well, yeah, just if your trade wants to run, just follow it down.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Right, I'm gonna stop it there, guys, because it's getting late. All right, if you guys do want to do next Wednesday, I'll actually do some markups now that everyone's got a bit of an idea of how I'm trading, and
Right, that'd be sweet.
we'll get on probably a touch earlier next week if we can, to be fair. But yeah, any questions, guys, give us a message. I've always got my phone in my pocket or my hand, so all right.
Awesome. Cheers, Lee.
Cheers, guys. Catch you in a bit.
Hello, mate. Bye bye.